Right, yes, there are a whole bunch of you that have followed. Sorry about that. Let's go back to the last name that I remember reading out. Good grief, there are a lot of you. Haha. Hushman's Bazoo, thank you very much for the follow. Bassan Zeich. Gucci Boy. Lucas Libanio. Donatian Desade. King Ajax. Knives Non-Stop YouTube or YT. Chris Doxio, Who's Your Daddy? Hira, Michel Ope, and Michelle Ope, sorry. And Atherton, thank you very much for the follow. It's definitely one of the hardest thing, like trying to work out what people's names are, so I'm sorry about that. Especially when it's just in one word. Alright, let's fight this battle. I want to see how the Regiments of Renown guys do. The Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. What does anti-infantry actually mean? Advantage can be a damage bonus against more target superior weight used to smash through lighter enemies. Or an explosive attack from range that affects a large area. Oh, and it says, hang on. Flaming attack, melee, which is definitely different from the ordinary warriors. So yeah, their axes are on fire. Wow, their melee attack is way higher. I had not quite realised how much higher. Interesting! Yeah, attrition did a lot of damage to me. That's why I became so desperate when fighting against... Who was it that was doing the most damage? It was actually the vampires that were doing the most damage to me. Chaos I'd seen off a couple of times, but the vampires were almost impossible to attack because of the amount of vampiric corruption there was. Even with my Inquisitor out there doing his thing, it wasn't really enough. Alright, so the miners do start somewhere else, but there's no real trees or anything to hide them behind. So no, we're not going to do that. We can get the high ground. We have artillery. I suspect that they do not. In fact, I should really have been looking what their unit was. Their armies, but I wasn't, because I'm stupid. Alright, let's have the hammerers and the special guys. We're going to put you on the left flank, because you're all about doing damage. And we're going to have the regular warriors in the centre. We'll have the quarrelers here, spread rather more thin. And then the king at the join. And then the miners, we're going to stick on the... behind those guys to protect the quarrelers. Probably not necessary though. Right, they're not actually in range, so hold your fire. Whoops. Hold your fire. Alright, open fire. Quarrelers. Let's have you guys slightly better positioned, I think is what we want. Let's go and have you guys stand like so. Quarrelers can go behind so. That's not what I meant. No, seriously, stop. No, it's because I had shift held. There. You just turn slightly. No, that's not what I want. I want you guys further over. And you guys do something like... Let's have you a bit more compact, like so. Alright, better. Hey, Dana. Yeah, Rome 2 was good. I much preferred Attila. Attila was a revelation. Attila is really when Creative Assembly... They changed enough of their formula to make the series fresh, and I really liked what they did with Attila. And I'm happy to say that they took a lot of what they learned from Attila and applied it to Total War Warhammer. Like, I don't think this game would have been nearly as good if they hadn't done the innovations from Attila first. Take out the general. Classic. They have no ranged units. The general is about to break. Just keep on pounding, I would say. Alright, he's broken. Let's pause that for a second just so I can re-aim. Excuse me. Right, let's have you guys shoot at them. You can shoot at them. Go. They're going to get absolutely obliterated. Obliterate them. Grudge Bearer's almost leveled up. Yeah, so screwed. Hit by my strongest units from multiple directions. Oh man, those axes look awesome. We've won already. Once again, another decisive battle. Don't forget the speed potion for the king. Yeah, I know. You're going to see me forgetting to use abilities a lot, except for the wizards. I'm actually pretty decent controlling the wizards. You think Empire is the best game? Really? No. Empire was the worst game. I hated Empire. I could win that game with just lines and lines of militia. And later on replaced with line infantry, but honestly, until like the really late game, all you needed was militia. It was terrible. We gained another rank. I was totally not watching that. Who got the most kills? The king? Really? Hey, the miner's got some kills. No, it was the grudge thrower. 124 kills. The grudge thrower has leveled up once. Excellent. And we are going to occupy this one once again. The sword of swift slaying. I forgot to equip him with the sword. A sword of silver that never dims. When used in anger, the sword arm of the owner darts forth before an opponent can even raise their guard. We have attained complete control of the province. It is now possible to issue a commandment across the land. Sweet. Let's click on you first of all. Let's go to details so I can remember to give you a weapon. So do we want this, the Sword of Swift Slaying, which is more charge bonus, more melee attack, or the Berserker Sword, which seems to do everything but better? We'll go with the Berserker Sword. We have an Archivist, which is plus 10% research faction wide. Fantastic. Okay, oh yeah, and then he also leveled up, which I forgot to check. Oh, I really want to start going for Purebeard. $240 hours in Empire, half of that was probably waiting for it to load. I feel your pain. Just long-term, Purebeard's going to be so much more powerful. But it's a little bit too early to really invest in that. I mean, yeah, Lightning Strike is nice, but I need to go for some of the other stuff first. I think I'm going to get Inspiring Presence, and we're going to start working our way down this. What's Rally do? Plus 16 leadership for 10 seconds. Aura size increase, which is going to be good for him. Melee defense for Longbeards, Hammerers, and Ironbreakers and Slayers. Even more ammo. More armor for Gyrocopters and Gyrocopters. Oh, and damage. Yeah, I should really be looking at the level 3 stuff. And then Stand Your Ground, which is even more leadership and melee defense. But this line has Inquiring Mind, which is more research, which is true. This is a tough choice, damn it! Just because Lightning Strike is so strong. I'm going to plan for the future. We're dwarves, we think long term. Alright, cool.
It is time.
It is time. So we could make our way down towards Carrick-Drun, or we could do the quest. Ah, we can see what the enemy forces are. Interesting. So we got Nobnail's Backbiter, who is a goblin shaman, numerous goblins, goblin archers, goblin wolf riders, and a Doomdiver catapult. That's still an army I reckon we could beat. We're dwarves, so we have some magic immunity. And while we remain in this province, we can recruit more troops. Ah, wait. Where are the diplomacy screen? Because we want to have a word with the...
May be managed through diplomacy, my lord. Consider your situation carefully before accepting any agreement.
Because we want to set up some trade with the other factions. So we're at war with everyone that's in red. So that's a lot of orcs that we're going to be fighting off, but that's fine. They're also fighting each other. The Empire is up there, sitting high and mighty, so they're not a problem just yet. Border Princes. I've always wanted to play as a Border Princes. Like, the lore of those guys is interesting. I wonder if there's a mod that does that. Because they have said, Creative Assembly have said that eventually they want to make all the different factions playable. The Border Princes are one of the factions. They're just not a very well known one. Use the underway to reach the quest faster, cut around the mountains. That's not a bad shout. What skill did I choose? That's a good question. I went with the Pure Beard, because it's clearly the best. Alright, so the Dwarf Realm, Zulfbar. We are not trading with you yet because we don't have a trade route. Where are you? You're up there. So once we've taken out the bloody spears, we will have a route through to Zulfbar and we can start trading with you. And then Barak Var we are already trading with. Non-aggression, military access. Let's get a non-aggression with you.
And what can the Dawi do for you on this fine day?
And let's start increasing relations between us. With the ultimate goal of confederating you. So I think the longer you have non-aggressions and treaties and other things in place, the faster you can start going towards confederation. Military access, we can try. No. Disappointed! What about Barkvar? Will you give me military access, buddy?
Dawi from another hold arrive. 'Tis a great day.
Ooh, you would actually go into an alliance with us. Let's do that. And that's a full alliance, it's not just the defensive one. So we're going to be improving relations with you sufficiently that we should be able to confederate you soon enough. War coordination, what's this? This is a new button! Oh, we can tell you who to attack, I guess. Ah, I can tell you what town to go for. Interesting. Well, I want those for myself, so I'm not going to tell you anything. The vampires try and wipe Zulfbar out. Well, that's not very nice of them, is it? Alright, so... all of that... oh no, Squigborn's not building anything yet, so let's go and see to that. You have the same opportunities as that. This... I don't really... why would we ever want to build these here? It doesn't increase the number we can recruit, it just increases that we can recruit them. Constructing another may not provide any additional benefits. I was right, there is no additional benefit to doing that. So we can get more money, or we can get more growth. It's got to be money. Okay, that makes sense. So, what? How do you pronounce your name? Jom GCC? Jom, I'm going to call you Jom. You're saying is that you waste a slot in the capital if you build this because it only goes up to level 3. It's actually a fairly weak powered building in relation to everything else. So you may want to build it in one of the smaller towns to save a slot in the capital for the more powerful buildings later on, which is a fair point. We're going to go income. So we are very wealthy already. More income. No. I want this place to grow. We're going to get growth. So Squighorn is growth, Grugny is money. And then you, buddy old chap old thing, are going to... No, you can't move any further. Do I want to recruit more warriors? I can always give the warriors to someone else later, so yes. Yes, I will. You are building 2 turns, that's 1 turn. You've already finished doing that, but you can't get anything else. And you require 1 more. You require 2 more. Okay. Alright, cool. I think we're done. Oh, I can issue a commandment. Right. How do I do that? The Silver Road commandment. Is that commandment? No, that's renaming. There's the commandments. So we can venerate the ancestors, which increases public order and reduces vampiric and chaos corruption. We can increase the tax rate. We can get the growth, so additional growth plus 15 and also more tradable resources. Or we can get the Masters of Steel and Stone, which is a reduction in construction cost and also recruitment cost, and also increases the amount of recruitment that we can do. Right now, I think growth is probably where we want to go. Or public order, so that these places are less likely to rebel. Alright, so the conquest penalty is only going to be next turn. Really need to start pumping out some crossbows rather soon. It's only the 2nd turn of the game. I'm going to go the public order, because we don't want that dropping too low, especially not in our homeland. We want our armies out doing stuff. We don't want them sitting at home dealing with that. Hey, some nit. Nif. Yeah, it is an F. And thanks for the host. Right, so while that is finished loading already, jeez, where were we up to? GKS Games, Robert O'Neill, Ounsap, Fog GG, Legend Kraz, and Son Nif. Thank you very much for the follow, appreciate that. Just call you son. Alright then, son. Alright then, me son. We have recruited troops, and we have finished the barley field. Excellent. That's not... Alright, so we can't build anything more in those 2, so we'll just leave you be. In the meantime, let's go and do the quest. Because we can. Oh, why can't I move you? Oh, because you're waiting for a thing to recruit. Aha.
The runes are cast.
Use the underway to get there.
Yes.
Hi! And then I think that's all I want to do this turn. Are we still technically in this terrain? Is there a way of seeing? Yes, it's right there. So we can get some more local troops. Except we can't because we're in the underground stance. That's annoying. Alright. Do. So many different factions at the start. Technology researched. Include related families. Nepotism is not a dirty word in dwarf society. The gods encourage it, for family honour is prized. Alright, next tech. We scrutinise the guilds, which gives the Master in Steel and Stone commandments an additional -5 to recruitment, which is pretty good. Plus 10 relations with all factions. Grumpy, straight-talking dwarfs do not make the best diplomats. Yet some are better at it than others. Now we're going to go for the subsidies. Money, money, money. Money. Alright, let's do the quest.